welcome back. It's been a while. I've been kind of busy. But recently, the newest snapshot has come out. Snapshot 20W13A. Let's dive right into it. Corny jokes are great. But they actually have added two very interesting things into the game. Well, actually three in this specific snapshot. And I'll explain why that block's missing in a second. Now, one of them is incredibly useful to us. The other one isn't. We're going to start with the one that isn't so useful. I actually don't think I can find it in the crafting book, because I need to find crying obsidian in order to get it. Yeah, it's called a respawn anchor, and it basically lets you respawn in the nether. I mean, yeah, it only works in the nether, but it doesn't really work for us. I tested it. If you use it in a hardcore world, you still die. Don't respawn in the nether. But the thing that is incredibly useful to us is called the lodestone. And you craft it like this. Nope, not like that. Like this. Chiseled stone brick, like that, and an ingot of netherite. That gives us the lodestone. Let me go skip night real quick. And there. Okay. The lodestone is an incredibly useful block. It makes compasses so much more useful. I decided the best place to keep the lodestone would be right there. I think it looks pretty nice. Now we take our compass, right click, and it becomes a lodestone compass. Which means this compass will always point towards that block instead of spawn. So I can always find my way back home now, and I get lost a lot, so that's pretty useful. Now what I think I'm going to do is rename this compass, because this is pretty useful. I'll probably have a couple lodestones around doing different things. So let's call this one Home Wayfinder. That works for me. Now, let's just test it. I already know it works, but... Oop, that was weird. We'll just fly around a bit. Maybe check out the savannah here. And now follow the compass back. And it points us right back to our front door. Oh, that's weird. It's just a floating block. And as we go over top of it, it starts spinning. Now, if you break this lodestone, the compass just kind of freaks out. Come on. My inventory full? It is. Don't need that feather. And we got it back. So yeah, the compass doesn't know what it's looking for now, so it just spins. But if we put the lodestone back, it continues freaking out. There we go. And it retained its name, Home Wayfinder. So that's incredibly useful. And another change they made was these things. Unfortunately, this thing, this AFK fish farm, will no longer yield me these beautiful books or these treasures, because they changed the way that fishing treasures up works. So now I need like a larger open area to catch treasures, but honestly, that's understandable. AFK fish farms were super overpowered. So now I'll explain where I've been the past couple weeks. So originally when I left, I went on spring break for school, and everything was all nice and normal. And the virus kind of started becoming a thing in, like, I think California before I got back, but it wasn't a huge deal. So I got back to school. I went to one of my midterm exams, and then we got sent home immediately. We got sent home because my school's in New York City, and a nearby city called New Rochelle became very infected. So they sent all of us home, just to be safe. And ever since then, I've been home, and I've been rather preoccupied. That's where I've been. Now, what you see in front of you here, this is the future dig site. This dig site here is where I'm going to build our trading hall. Now, the trading hall is going to be above ground here, but there's going to be two main things below here. There's going to be a watermelon and pumpkin farm, and the villager breeder. I want them sunk underground because I can't really think of a way to make them look good, and they're right by my house, so I don't want them obstructing everything around here. I'm not sure how deep I'm going to make this. Probably I'm going to go down another 2 or 3 blocks, because in all likelihood I can just build the breeder on this side and the melon pumpkin farm on this side, and call it a day. Also, in case you hadn't already noticed, the netherite armor appears to have a little bit of a glitch. As you can see by looking at me, it doesn't really have an enchanted kind of sparkle on it anymore. And I like it better that way. Honestly, I think the netherite armor looks super cool without the enchantment, but that's, in all honesty, a glitch, and it's going to be fixed most likely in the next snapshot. And there is one more really cool thing that changed. Also, those lodestones work in the nether, so if I were to bring one here, I could set up a wayfinder for the nether. Which I probably will do at some point. But they have added yet another mob. So we're going to go try to check that out. I forget what they're called. I'll have to double check that. But they're, well, we'll see. They're cool little guys. Down here? Yep, there they are. What are these guys called? I can't remember. Oh, I wish I could get a closer look. Maybe if I glide down there. It's worth the risk. Piglins! I don't have any gold armor on me, so they'll just be aggressive. And glide down here. Alright, feather falling 4. I'll be fine. There they are. Oh, I can't remember for the life of me what these guys are called. But they're so cool. You can, like, put a saddle on them, and if you get, like, warped fungus on a stick, you can get them to, like, take you around in the lava. It's like, we all were asking for netherite boats, but we got something so much cooler. Okay. I think we're going to use our last netherite ingot here to create one more lodestone. And this lodestone is going to go in the nether. Let's make a compass for it. 2, 3, 4. And a piece of redstone. Oh, there's target blocks too now. I'm not much of a target shooter. And we'll take you to the nether. And it's actually really cool that these do work in the nether, because it was kind of annoying that compasses never did anything there. And I think we're just going to put this one up in the ceiling here. Like that. And that'll be our nether lodestone. And let's give that the name it needs. Which will be the Nether Wayfinder. And I'll just stick that in the ender chest. Okay, I think that's all that we're going to do for today's episode. Just a quick update, and playing with the new lodestone features. So, see y'all next time. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Have a good day.